So look, bro, y'all is all, bro. Wait. Let me get close to my camera, bro. So that all of y'all understand this, bro. Who watching this, bro? Y'all is watching this video. At wait. All right. Peep this. Y'all is all watching this video at y'all own motherfucking risk. All right, this shit nasty. I ain't seen it yet, but it's something about some injuries. And me, me personally, I don't like injuries. You know, y'all know I used to be a football player back in my day. You know, but man, let me know what y'all think about this, bro. I'm gonna put the link. Shit, I'm gonna put the link to the video up in the description.
Some of the most horrific fights in MMA history have taken place in the UFC, and with these intense combat sports comes some truly gruesome injuries. Needless to say, the octagon has seen its fair share of broken bones and blood throughout the years in the UFC. Stay tuned to find out some of the worst and most shocking injuries in MMA history. Trust us, you don't want to miss this. First up, Chris Weidman double leg.
I remember seeing
the first
this.
injury
I
comes
seen
from
this.
fighter Chris
this.
Weidman. Last year,
I
Weidman
need to see it
relocated
again, though. I
his
ain't gonna
family
lie.
to South Carolina, where he was fully prepared to face Uriah Hall in a title battle at UFC 261 in April.
I should kick my ex like this with her
However,
gold
just
digging
17
ass.
seconds after the battle began, as he attempted to land the first strike of the fight with a low kick, his leg buckled, and he suffered a horrible double leg break. He slumped back after suffering one of the worst injuries in UFC history, leaving the entire audience bewildered as to what had happened to him. Referee Herb Dean went to the ring to stop the fight and declare Hall the winner through technical knockout, allowing medics to enter the octagon and transfer him to the hospital on a stretcher. The footage of his dangling lower leg was so revolting that it was only shown twice on television. He certainly endured one of the worst UFC injuries, with his pre-surgery x-ray revealing that both of his fibula and tibia bones were broken. Ouch! Following the bout, he stated the day following his operation that he was unable to walk without crutches for a total of 8 weeks. And his recovery time ranged from 6 to 12 months before he could start his mixed martial arts training. Nonetheless, he demonstrated his resiliency by showing his ability to recover from such injuries, as he gradually returned to light training in mid-June, just 7 weeks after the accident. What a comeback. Next up, we have Jon Jones versus Chael Sonnen. In the main event at the UFC 159, Jon Jones fought Chael Sonnen for the UFC light heavyweight title. Jones, who entered the fight as a strong favorite, won with less than 30 seconds remaining in the first round. Jon Jones would discover he had dislocated the big toe of his left foot while celebrating yet another successful title defense. Even though he appeared to be in pain, Jon Jones was able to complete his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. And then we have Anderson Silva leg break. Back at UFC 168, the shoe was on the other foot for Weidman. This time it was his opponent who broke a leg after their kick was blocked. After the devastating strike, Anderson Silva was heard howling in anguish and had to be carried out of the cage on a stretcher. The same opposite leg for the UFC legend, and it took him 13 months to fully recover. The picture of Silva's limp lower leg drooping from his shin at an odd angle will be remembered by everyone inside the arena and watching the broadcast from home. Why did this happen to me? He begged his coach as he was carried out of the arena. How come God didn't protect me? Fortunately, no blood vessels or soft tissue were damaged. The breaks were clean. I was scared, he said afterwards, of his fear in the aftermath of the injury. Next is Matt Mitrione's eye and shoulder injuries. Next up, we have a gruesome eye and shoulder injury. With a 9-4 record, Matt Mitrione entered the UFC Fight Night 81 in January 2016 for his heavyweight showdown with Travis Brown. At the time, Brown was a top 10 heavyweight, but Mitrione held his own, at least until the third round. Mitrione's right eye swelled instantaneously after Brown landed a right cross, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. To make matters worse,
imagine beating a man so hard
to the point where the bone was
visible
through his
Oh my
flesh.
God!
And
Wait. Y'all ain't let me finish. I did not mean like that. Like, imagine beating a man so hard, bro. Like in fighting terms, like when two men fight. Oh my God, I ain't making the situation no much better for myself, bro.
Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad. When will the UFC's gloves change? If the gloves were just a little more curved, the threat of eye pokes would be greatly reduced, as would the amount of fights called off due to eye pokes. Leon Edwards' eye poke of Bilal Muhammad is one of the worst we've seen in recent memory. Of course, Rocky didn't intentionally jab Muhammad in the eye, but it did render Muhammad unable to finish in his first UFC main event. Muhammad ended up in tears of blood, yet he was able to recuperate completely. Following the bout, many deemed this injury one of the worst and most gory in UFC history. What do you think? Next, broken arm. Broken arms are now arguably more common than any other injury within the combat sport world. Due to the large quantity of arm lock submissions accessible to fighters, injuries happen all the time. When Frank Mir locked in on Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, he produced one of the worst arm breaks in history. Nogueira, a fifth-degree BJJ black belt and one of the original pioneers of Brazilian MMA, refused to submit. The arm shattered as the fight came to a close, leaving everyone in shock. This was very terrifying to see, but just goes to show that these kinds of injuries will always be present.
It don't look that bad. It don't look that bad.
Next on the list, Mark Hominick hematoma.
I'm pretty sure it was bad, but it don't look that bad.
Categories, Jose Aldo was given the honor of being the first ever UFC featherweight champion. Jose Aldo, who is also regarded as one of the best MMA fighters of all time in each weight class, is additionally regarded as one of the most fearsome featherweights of all time. When he made his first championship defense at UFC 129, he suffered one of the worst injuries in UFC history to his opponent, Mark Hominick.
He beat the living shit out of him.
55,000 fans and lasted 5 back-and-forth rounds. Aldo was able to land some terrible ground and pound, including a flurry of powerful punches and forearm shots.
Bro, that's when Aldo was actually good. I ain't even gonna lie.
The hematoma was so big that
after
it looked
McGregor
like
put hands and feet on him,
popped out of his head,
he was done
leaving
after
the
that.
hometown fighters' fans screaming at the sight of the horrible injury. While the doctor didn't immediately stop the fight, Hominick was forced to conclude and eventually conceded the bout to the Brazilian by decision. He was then quickly transported to the emergency room after the battle to lower the swelling and see if he had sustained any major head injuries. However, it is hoped that Dominic will be able to participate 3 times after recovering from one of the worst UFC injuries and deaths. Despite the fact that he's no longer an MMA competitor, he continues to collaborate with other UFC fighters on charity projects and anti-bullying campaigns, and absolutely nobody will ever forget this gruesome,
because he did get bullied. He did get bullied.
Joanna Jedrzejczyk, horrific
I remember
injury.
seeing this.
At
I remember
UFC
seeing this.
248,
her whole
Joanna
face was like
Jedrzejczyk
just
and Weili
swollen.
Zhang fought toe-to-toe for the UFC
it was like her
strawweight
forehead
title.
was.
Even though Zhang won the title by a razor-thin split decision, the 5-round bout will forever go down in UFC history as one of the best bouts, especially within the women's division. Joanna suffered a serious hematoma over her right eye during the battle, giving her an alien appearance that shocked everybody in the crowd and watching on live TV. Joanna later informed BT Sport about the event in a later interview. I was like, holy moly, I looked like a zombie, but I knew that I would heal. And that she did. Up next, Alistair Overeem. During his 2019 match against Jairzinho Rozenstruik, the Demolition Man received one of the worst injuries UFC fans have seen in a very long time. Despite dominating the battle for the majority of the fight, Alistair Overeem was knocked out in the last seconds by a devastating uppercut from Rozenstruik. Overeem's upper lip was also torn in 2 by the enormous right hand, and a famous image of the Reem smiling gash went viral and is still out there circulating the web. After surgery, Alistair Overeem's lip miraculously healed, leaving no evidence of the previous damage. But so many will remember Overeem's name being associated with his gruesome injury. And lastly, Michael Bisping, terrifying injury. Perhaps no other UFC competitor has ever suffered a more serious injury than Michael Bisping, a true fighter known for his toughness. Bisping fought former UFC light heavyweight champion Vitor Belfort at UFC on FX in 2013. Unfortunately for the fighter, not only did he lose the bout in the second round due to a head kick knockout, but the kick that touched his right eye caused irreversible damage to him, resulting in the entire amputation of his eyeball. Yes, you heard that correctly, his entire eyeball. Despite the fact that the fight was stopped at 127 in the second round, the strike that landed on Bisping's eye, together with a series of punches, was so powerful that it removed Bisping's retina, effectively ending his MMA career and leaving him with permanent damage for the rest of his life. Insane, right? And there you have it. Everything you need to know about some of the worst injuries in MMA history. Make sure to let us know your...
Hey, man, that shit was nasty. I ain't even gonna lie, bro, man. But let me know what y'all think about it, bro, man. I'm gonna leave a link to the video up in the description, man. Y'all know how I get it.